Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you today. I hope that everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. Yesterday was Mother's Day in 2022. We're in the year 2022. And yesterday I returned from Cuba. And this was my 10th trip to Cuba. And those who know me know that when I go to Cuba, I always learn so much, and I connect to source energy. What does that mean exactly? What is source energy? Source energy is basically the energy that comes from the earth, that comes from heaven, that comes from the source of all of life. And it's really, really important to go to those places in the world that allow you to connect deeply to source energy. There are places in the world that are called vortexes of energy. I know that Sedona, Arizona is one of those places, and also Interlaken, Switzerland, in the Jungfrau region is another place. There are many. And for me, Cuba is one of those places where my spirit comes alive, where I just feel the most like myself. And I feel sort of like I'm walking on this divine path, this very special, spiritual, royal path. And so, I really connected deeply with it this time. This is my first trip back since December of 2019. And so that's 2.5 years ago, which is just crazy because I used to go like every 4 months. And I studied dance. So I go to dance and I go to connect to the people, to the music, to the dance, obviously, and then just to the rhythm of the island. The island of Cuba is a very, very special place, and it's going through a really, really hard time right now, probably the worst that most people I know have ever seen. It's just, things are so difficult there right now with supplies and with the monetary system, and things are just really, really difficult and a struggle. And so it was really interesting to be there right now, to see the good and to see the challenges and everything that goes along with that. And it just so happens that when I was going, I decided many of you may or may not know that I have a master certification in intuition medicine, which means I use energy to help analyze, diagnose, and treat physical symptoms and illnesses that come as a result of blocked energy. And so using our chakra system and understanding our energy centers in our body and what we're experiencing in life, sometimes they come out as disease or just illness in general in our bodies. And so that has been my sort of medium, my way of connecting to source energy and intuition and spirit, really. My spirit specifically, but also connecting to other people's spirits, which is what I love. I consider myself to be a light worker in this world. I love to bring light to the darkness. It's my specialty and one of my favorite things to do, to shine a light in the shadows of our lives where they exist, and they always exist somewhere. We're constantly looking to add light to our lives. And so I really love that, and I thought that was going to be my only medium for serving and helping people, which is why I'm here on this planet. Really, it's my life purpose, to bring love and light and joy to you, whoever is here watching. Because if you're watching still, we're already 4.5 minutes in. If you're still watching, then you're here for a reason, okay? And I just want you to know that. You're here for a reason, and I'm here for a reason, and we're connecting in this moment, which is a really, really beautiful thing. And I think we can all use a little bit more light and love in our lives. So as I was preparing for my trip, so let me just say this also. I have been intrigued, for those of you who have watched my videos on YouTube, I've been intrigued for a long time about tarot. Tarot cards, tarot readings, and I never really felt worthy or like I really understood what tarot was. I felt like it was a little bit too mystical for me and that I didn't connect with it. And over the last couple of years, I've been drawn closer and closer to it through the way of oracle cards, spirit animal cards, and different other kinds of cards. But for some reason on this trip, I decided that I really, really, really wanted to connect with tarot. And I have, in the last couple of years, I have found a teacher who I connect with on a very deep spiritual level, who I think is just divine. Her name is Rebecca Magick, Magick, and you definitely need to look her up and watch her videos and follow her on Facebook for her wisdom and her insights and her light work that she does. She combines the wisdom of tarot with numerology and also Hebrew wisdom and culture. So it's a really, really deep and wonderful experience to learn from her. And so I watch her videos on Facebook, and then I also have bought her books. And so she has this book called The Royal Path, and then The Royal Path 2. And actually, tarot means the royal path. And just to connect really quickly, I am not a Hebrew scholar, but tarot and Torah are very similar. And so, and you'll see on some of these cards that that there are lots of Hebrew symbolism inside these cards. And so I love that she brings the light to these cards and to her readings, because that is what we need in life right now, right? We need light, we need love and light. So I decided to study as I traveled over. I brought my tarot deck with me. I've been shuffling these cards, which is why I keep looking down, but I brought my tarot deck with me. It is the Rider-Waite tarot deck, known to be the original tarot deck, I believe. Like I said, I'm still a student, but so I've been studying and reading and annotating my cards, which means I've been writing little notes all over my cards and marking them up so that I could really get familiar with them. And what I love so much is that Rebecca talks about the Royal Path Tarot as a story. And this story is filled, so we've got 22 of the major arcana, which is the big ideas, the archetype ideas in our lives. And then we have 56 of the minor arcana, which are the suits, which represent different elements, earth elements, water, earth, air, and fire. And they're represented in different ways through swords, cups, pentacles, and wands. And so these are the symbolism, this is the symbolism that I am following and that I am learning from Rebecca. And really, tarot is a story. Okay, tarot is the story of life, and these archetypes, these ideas, these challenges that we all face, right? We all have highs and we all have lows. We all have challenges and we all have wins and successes, and we all have abundance and we all have lack at different times in our lives. And so it's important to recognize that we're not alone on this journey, and that it is a journey, okay? So that we never make it. There's no destination, okay? The idea is that it's a journey. And so on any given day, we are experiencing a certain part of the journey. And so I love learning about the story of tarot, and so basically what we're going to do is I am going to do, so let me go back again. When I was in Cuba, I made lots of new friends. And one of my new friends, his name is Javier. And Javier said, when I showed him that I had a deck of tarot with me, he said, oh, I forgot to bring my deck, and I usually do a daily tarot reading for myself, a daily card pull. And so I was really inspired by that, and I thought that was awesome. And so I started to do that. And what happened, I can't even tell you. It was magic. It was like exactly what was needed at that moment. I did readings for myself, and then I also did readings for others based on my own interpretation of tarot, my own intuition, and then the wisdom of Rebecca Magick and the Royal Path in her books, because I brought these with me and I studied them, and like I said, I've been following them, and there's like lots of notes and underlines and different things. So I found a lot of value and a lot of connection, a lot of spirituality that really gave so much richness to my journey in Cuba this trip. And it was so valuable to other people that I wanted to bring it home. And I really felt strongly, I felt called and compelled to share this with you. And I'm a little bit, like, I wanted to go live on this video today, but I'm not going to, because I'm still testing it out. First of all, technology and I have a challenging relationship, to say the least. And so I wasn't sure if technologically I could do it, which I will, I'll figure it out. But also just connecting to the source, because I'm now back in the San Francisco Bay Area. And when we talk about the meridians, when we talk about the longitude and latitude of the world and the energetic forces and the pulls that are there, it's different depending on where you are in the world, which is why we all need to go out and travel as much as possible. We need to go and change our environment so we can change our perspective in life. Okay, that is so, so, so important, everybody. If you want to change the way you look at the world, get out of Dodge, okay? Go somewhere else, and literally you have no choice but to look at the world in a different way, because you are somewhere else and you're experiencing something else, and your perspective has to change as a result. So I highly, highly, highly encourage you to travel, to get out of your where you are, and get some perspective in your life. Okay, so I've been shuffling these cards, which is like I'm putting my energy in them. I'm putting like my juju in them. Okay, and then I also have this beautiful candle, because yes, I'm a light worker, and so I always have to have light around me. And I've got this beautiful candle that I have here. It's a watermelon flavor, so it smells amazing. But we're also gonna make it smell a little bit more amazing with this little bit of Palo Santo that I have. Palo Santo is like an incense stick, basically. It kind of smells like church. If you have been to church, it kind of smells like church. But what it is, Palo Santo actually just means like wood saint. Like if you're to translate it, it's like saint wood. This is very special wood. This is from Ecuador, this one. And this tree, I'll have to give you better details another time, but this tree that Palo Santo is made from, because it's a piece of wood, is a tree that has been dead for quite a while, and it's got to achieve this certain level of immortality, if you will, to create this very sacred spiritual smoke that they use in ceremonies and for rituals and for different things in South America. And many light workers and many people who work with energy use Palo Santo. And Palo Santo is very important because it actually changes the chemistry of the air. It changes physically, scientifically, the chemistry, the makeup of the air around you. And so it can clear certain spaces. It's also called smudging, which just helps you to kind of change the energy around you, and it helps to clean and clear the air around you. Sometimes you feel like this heavy, dark energy that needs light. It needs to be cleared. It needs to be lifted. And so this is one of the things that I use to do that. And so what I'm going to do is I like to clean and clear my deck before I do a reading, because it kind of sets it at zero. It sets it at openness. It's interesting that I said zero, because zero in the tarot is the Fool, which is the first card of the whole deck. It's the very beginning of the path of enlightenment, of this royal path that we're following. Zero is a portal, right? It's a portal. It has infinite possibilities. And so it kind of sets the energy at zero, clears everything away so that we can open this portal to insight and to the infinite possibilities in our lives. So I'm going to light Palo Santo with my beautiful watermelon scented candle. So it's really, I wish we had a smell-o-vision so that I could share this with you. And if you have Palo Santo, why don't you grab it and just light some, and we can kind of clear the energy together. So it doesn't stay lit for very long, so we've kind of got to relight it, and then I just kind of am letting it get a nice little burn here. And then you see how, you can kind of see there, how it has this beautiful smoke. So I'm just gonna kind of clean and clear the cards with Palo Santo as much as possible, and just get this beautiful smoke, cleaning smoke around it. And I'm going to clean and clear my 7th chakra area so that I can be inspired, and so that anything that comes from above, from divine messaging, from any sort of channeling, will be pure and clean as well. Because really, I'm doing this for the good of the whole. This is for all of us. This reading right now, and I'm hoping to do this every day. And those who have been following me on my YouTube channel know that I did a video every single day. I did over 380 videos. I did it in 2021, every single day in 2021, and then a little bit into 2022. And then I stopped because I needed to be re-inspired. And I think I've been re-inspired. So this is my re-inspiration. So I would really like to do a tarot reading every day for us all. And again, the idea is that the card that we're going to pull is going to be something that we all need to hear. And so the intention that I like to set when I pull a card for the day is, what do we need to know to support us on our path, on our journey right now? What is important? It's either going to be an important validation or important support, important enlightenment of something that we all share, that we all need to know right now, in this moment, in our lives, on our life journey, on our royal path. Okay, and here's Rebecca Magick. Don't forget to follow her. She's amazing, and she's gorgeous, and she's kind, and she's just filled with light, and you'll love her. So make sure you go follow her. So I have been shuffling these cards. I follow her wisdom. She reads cards a little bit differently. So those of you who know any little bit about tarot, she flips the pentacles and the swords so that swords are earth and pentacles are air. So in case we get one of those cards, don't be dismayed, and I will walk us through it. And then there was one other thing I wanted to say. She switches that. Can't remember what I was gonna say, but this card is for all of it. Oh, I know. If the card is reversed, usually my deck is in alignment, so I don't get reverse cards, and I don't shuffle the way other people shuffle. I kind of go like this. This is my way of shuffling. And I just wanted to give you permission, if you have a tarot deck, to connect with your own tarot deck and connect with your own intuition, and you do it your way, okay? So you be you, okay? So you do it your way. And so we are going to pull a card that is for the greatest good of all of us right now, for what we need to hear and what we need to know and what we need to pay attention to and what we need validation for and how we can get support in our lives. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I got the 5 of Pentacles, okay? The 5 of Pentacles. And like I said, Rebecca teaches that pentacles are actually air. Pentacles are where our mind, air is a symbol of thought, and our minds and our mental, our analyzer. And pentacles are where the mind and earth come together, where our intuition and materializes in this earthly plane. 5, actually, when we're talking about the journey, the entire tarot deck is a journey and helps us along our journey. 5 usually is where we come to an intersection or a crossroads in our journey. Here, it looks like we are struggling, right? It looks like it's snowy and we're not at full capacity. And this person looks sick almost, just really war-torn almost. Like this journey has been hard, okay? The journey from our thoughts to create to come together in this world in the material way, to bring our thoughts into reality has been difficult. It has been challenging. But we have someone walking by our side. And we have support. Do you see this? We have walking sticks. We have crutches, if you will, to support us on our journey. And we have a partner, someone that's walking with us who's actually a little bit stronger than us. When we're walking in this direction, towards this direction, this is walking towards the future. This is not looking towards the past. We're walking away from the past towards the future. And what is above us is bright light. It's bright. This reminds me like a stained glass window, which to me is symbolic of a church, which is symbolic of spirituality and faith and the knowledge that things are going to get better, that we are walking in the right direction, and that even though we might have bare feet and injuries and we're cold, we're still moving forward. We're still walking in the right direction. We're still being shown that there's light ahead, that there is respite, comfort coming, to have faith to continue on our path. Let me see what Rebecca says about this. So what I'll do is I'll do my own reading, which I just did, and then I want to consult what she says because she's so wise. And so, 5 of Pentacles, hope, resilience, and perseverance, which is just gorgeous. You have made the decision to give your awareness to specific situations in your life. You may be noticing that certain situations are weighing you down or draining your energy. It's time to let go of those situations or discover new ways of engaging that will support your ability to learn and grow stronger from them. It is important to stay committed to your growth, especially when the lessons get tougher and the pain becomes greater. Your energetic investments are currently requiring perseverance and an attitude of determination. Know that the struggles you currently are experiencing are calling in your conscious awareness and your fullest presence, so that you may make the most of what they're offering to you in terms of spiritual and psychological expansion. Know that you will get through this, and remain aware of the strength you are gaining through the strife. It is all about your response. How will you remain positive, trusting in your innate resilience? Consider the succeeding card, the Six of Pentacles. All that you are doing is now preparing you to cultivate the compassion needed to understand that all beings have struggle and that we are all in this together. It's kind of like what we were saying before. On our long journey of ups and downs in life, there will be times when we are needing the support and assistance of others and times when others are needing ours. And I think that that's kind of what called me to do this, because I want to be here for you, and I want to share whatever I can to help support you on your royal path, on your journey in life, and to give you assurance that I'm walking with you, and so many others are. And when you feel strong, to encourage you and invite you to be the strong one and walk alongside other people as well. So I hope that that resonated with you today. I really liked that. I think that was really beautiful, and I'm so inspired and grateful for the opportunity to share this wisdom with you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll be a little bit shorter tomorrow. I won't talk as much. Well, maybe I can't promise that. I always like to talk. So whatever comes, comes, and it's all divine inspiration. It's all divine messaging. And I share this with you with love, compassion, and light. And as I always sign off with on my YouTube channel, I see you, I hear you, I am here for you, and I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow.